Hey friends! In this video, I hope you can clearly understand how human eye defects occur and how many types there are, by watching this animated video.
In a defect-free eye, light rays focus exactly on the retina, and the object that reflects the rays is therefore seen clearly. Thus, a defect-free eye provides sharply focused vision at all possible distances. However, you would have noticed that many people, as they grow older or sometimes even as kids, need the aid of contact lenses or spectacles to read or to see properly. That's because of eye defects. Some factors that can cause irregularities in vision are irregularities on the surface of the cornea, development of cataract, weakening of ciliary muscles, and change in the size of the eyeball. These irregularities can lead to three major types of vision defects: myopia, hypermetropia, and presbyopia. Let's look at each of these defects in detail. Look at the image of the clock tower as it appears to Uncle Tom without his glasses. As you can see, the image is indistinct. This is because Uncle Tom is suffering from myopia. Myopia is a defect in which a human eye can see nearby objects clearly, but distant objects appear blurred and unclear. Myopia is also known as short-sightedness or nearsightedness. Myopia occurs when the converging power of the eye lens is higher than normal. In such cases, the ciliary muscles do not relax sufficiently. Due to this, the parallel light rays that are reflected from a distant object are focused at a position before the retina, instead of on a position on the retina. So, how can you correct myopia? Myopia can be corrected by placing a suitable concave lens in the line of sight. When this is done, the parallel beam of light reflected from a distant object is first diverged by the concave lens, and then converged by the eye lens to focus on the surface of the retina. The higher the power of the lens required, the heavier is the lens, and the thicker is the edge of the lens. The rectification lens for myopia is also referred to as the diverging lens, as it serves to correct the defect by diverging the incident light beam. Here is Mr. Smith enjoying a leisurely evening. He is able to see the tree across the road clearly. However, when he opens the newspaper, the newsprint appears blurred to him. Why does the newsprint appear blurred to Mr. Smith even though he can view the tree across the road clearly? Because his eyes are suffering from hypermetropia. Hypermetropia is a defect of vision in which a human eye has problems seeing objects located nearby clearly. However, an eye that has hypermetropia can see distant objects clearly. This condition is also known as long-sightedness or far-sightedness. Hypermetropia occurs when the converging power of the eye lens is less than normal. This happens because the ciliary muscles become weak and are unable to alter the lens size as required. Due to this, the parallel light rays that are reflected from any objects located nearby are focused at a position behind the retina instead of on the retina. So what's the solution for this condition? Like myopia, hypermetropia can be corrected by placing a suitable lens in the line of sight. However, in this case, you'd use a convex lens instead of a concave lens. When this is done, the parallel beam of light reflected from a nearby object is first converged by the convex lens, and then by the eye lens to focus on the surface of the retina. The higher the power of the lens required, the thicker the center of the lens, and therefore the heavier the lens. The rectification lens for hypermetropia is also referred to as the converging lens, as it converges the beam of light incident on it. Now let's meet Mr. Foley. He is reading a book. Do you see anything unnatural about this scene? Mr. Foley seems to be holding the book unnaturally far, right? This could be because he is suffering from presbyopia. Presbyopia is a condition in which the crystalline lens of an eye loses its flexibility. Persons suffering from presbyopia are unable to read or see clearly, even at the least distance of distinct vision, which is 25 centimeter. Presbyopia occurs in old age, when the ciliary muscles lose the elasticity required to change the focus of an enlarged eye lens. Loss of flexibility makes it difficult for the eye to focus properly. That is, the accommodation of the normal eye is no longer applicable. This condition is a combination of myopia and hypermetropia. To correct presbyopia, a bifocal lens is used. In a bifocal lens, the upper part is a concave lens to correct myopia, and the lower part is a convex lens to correct hypermetropia. Other corrective measures for presbyopia include reading glasses, trifocals, or contact lenses. The corrective measures are chosen depending on whether any other eye defects are observed. As we mentioned earlier, defects of vision can be corrected using proper converging or diverging lens or a bifocal. So, exactly how thin or thick does a lens need to be? This depends on the power of the lens required, that is, the converging or diverging capacity required. The converging or diverging capacity depends on its focal length. For a higher converging or diverging capacity, we need lenses of a greater thickness, and hence a smaller focal length. Similarly, a thin convex lens has a larger focal length, and hence its convergence is lower. Thus, the converging capacity of a convex lens and its focal length are inversely related. Numerically, the power of a lens is the reciprocal of its focal length expressed in meter. The SI unit of power of a lens is diopter and is denoted by D. Usually, the focal length of a convex lens is considered positive. Hence, its power is also positive. Similarly, the focal length of a concave lens is considered negative. Hence, its power is negative as well. Therefore, individuals suffering from hypermetropia use spectacles with positive power lenses. Similarly, those suffering from myopia use negative power lenses to correct their vision. We can determine the focal length of the corrective lens for myopia or hypermetropia using the lens formula 1 divided by F equals 1 divided by V minus 1 divided by U. The power of the corrective lens is the reciprocal of its focal length, expressed in meters. The SI unit of power of a lens is diopter and is denoted by D. For example, if the focal length of a corrective convex lens is 80 cm or 0.8 meter. Its power is equal to the reciprocal of 0.8, which is 1.25 diopter.
If you like this video, please subscribe my channel.